Oh, I don't know you. I mean, you're dressed like a clown. I wouldn't trust you to.
Dressed like a clown?
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of offensive. That's really rude.
Yeah.
You're a public servant? What's your position? What's your title?
I'm a state rep. Thank you. But even someone like you...
People with firearms. I think ignorance...
I'm going to be real honest with you.
Yeah, please.
If you had a knife and you came at me, I would take it from you and smack you.
Knife?
Oh, no, not you. Do you think you are? And even, again, someone like you could target on us that isn't, well, probably you. But.
All right.
7, please. Yep. Thank you.
How's it going?
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, tell me about this.
So, I mean, the hat is the main thing. That's from the Revolutionary War period. So to try to get people to think of independence, freedom, Constitution, Declaration, those kind of things,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Floor 5, going up.
And normally we open carry, but they won't allow me to in the building. Excuse me.
I wouldn't let you either.
Well, that's not very kind. What's your name?
I'm Bob. What's
Bob?
your name?
I'm Shaun Kranish.
Good to meet you, man.
Yeah. Are you a public servant?
Yeah.
Or? Oh, you are?
Where do you live?
Okay, I live in Spring Hill. How about you?
Good. I live in Nashville.
Okay, so why wouldn't you let me carry?
I don't know you.
You don't know me?
Yeah.
But is it your job to like decide what other people do?
Explain that.
Okay, so like, do you think that it's up to you to decide what other people are allowed to do out in public, especially when it comes to their self-defense, which is an innate human right?
No, I mean, no. I don't
You don't think that?
That's up to me.
But you said you wouldn't let me.
Oh, I don't know you. I mean, you're dressed
me.
like a clown. I wouldn't trust you to.
Dressed like a clown?
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of offensive. That's really rude.
Yeah.
You're a public servant? What's your position? What's your title?
I'm a state rep.
Okay. That's
Are you not trying to elicit like humor with the hat and the
that's
bulletproof jacket? And
the hat,
the empty holster.
Normally it's full. Yeah. Normally it has a pistol there.
Yeah.
Like I said, for some reason they don't allow open carry. They allow concealed carry here, but not open carry.
Got
so I'm not sure what that's about.
You talked to the governor about it, or the speaker, or
we've been in contact. Yeah. So hopefully it'll change. I hope Tennessee will lead the country on the Second Amendment and freedom.
Right.
To me, I think everyone has the right to protect themselves wherever they go.
Yeah.
I can think of 2 places, I don't know about you, but I can think of 2 places where I don't think people should have guns, and that would be like in the secure area of a prison and a courthouse, where you have criminals coming in and out because you don't want people to try to, get people out of custody, right?
Sure.
So you don't want people to assist escapees.
Right.
But other than that, I can't think of anywhere else where people shouldn't be able to protect themselves.
Where's the second one?
The second one would be like in a hospital where people are also in custody. So you have areas where people are separated from the public.
Are within custody.
Within
custody.
custody.
So there are restrictions you agree with.
Those 2 are the only 2 I can think of off the top of my head.
Tell me your name.
Yeah. Shaun Kranish.
Shaun
KeepAndBear. Kranish. Yeah. KeepAndBear.org.
Got it.
And so
Is that your organization?
That's my organization. Yeah.
Awesome.
And so, to me, if you could tell me what you think your ultimate, like if you could have any gun laws, like what do you think would be the optimal gun laws? If you could just like wave a magic wand.
Here's the reality.
Yeah.
Shaun, right?
Yeah.
Shaun, firearms are the #1 killer of kids today in Tennessee. #1. Right? Do you agree with that?
I do not agree with that.
You don't agree with
No, actually, I think the first one is genetic defects at birth, and then other health-related issues. And firearms themselves don't kill anybody.
Right.
People with firearms.
Let
I
me tell you
think
something.
ignorance.
I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Yeah, please.
If you had a knife and you came at me, I would take it from you and smack you. But even someone like you could damage me with a firearm. Do you agree with that?
I'm not sure what you're saying. You don't think I'm dangerous with a knife?
Oh no, not you. Do you think you are?
I'm not saying I think that. I'm asking
you actually
what
just
you
said.
think.
You said you think I'm not dangerous.
So I'm wondering what you're saying, because you said if I came at you with a knife. I don't know. I've never attacked anyone, so I don't know why I would attack you with a knife.
No, I'm just saying that I would take it from you and smack you if that's what happened. If you had a pistol, you stand right here, and even again, someone like you could shoot and kill me.
Okay.
And so when you say,
what do you mean, someone like me?
When you say that guns don't kill people,
can you explain? Can you go into that? What do you mean by someone like me?
A human being, a person, could shoot and kill me. And when you say that guns don't kill people, that's the most ignorant statement ever. Of course they do.
people are killed with guns by
people. They
yeah.
don't. Are
and,
you
and then
telling me-
people
are you-
also
are you
use
saying-
people also use
are you
guns to
saying that
protect
guns-
themselves.
Are you saying that guns are just randomly going off and shooting and killing people, or like the Covenant school shooting?
Yeah.
Did the guns just randomly?
I mean,
go
when
off?
when people say guns are killers and like guns kill people, that's what it sounds like, because people kill people.
Right.
I think we agree
So
on that.
back to
we
back
agree.
to
We
this.
agree on
You asked
that,
me
for sure.
what I'd like to do. I want us to do something about gun violence in our state.
Okay.
That's what I want. It's the number one killer of children in our state right now.
I mean, I've got some
I'm
suggestions if you're open to them. But.
More guns?
So, first off, like, okay,
You started this by
criminology.
complaining
All right,
that you can't carry.
So, criminology. If you want to lower crime, you have to have stiff penalties for people who commit serious crimes.
Okay.
So you like if someone is caught robbing a store, that could be a crime that could be their first or second or third crime, and then later on, if they're not punished, they will commit a violent crime. Because once they get away with lesser things, okay, it's like a child. If you let a child get away with something, they'll go on to something larger, right? They'll test their boundaries. So criminals going to test their boundaries as well.
Right.
So you have to punish people when they commit a crime. Okay, so I believe in crime and punishment. I think that's one of the purposes of government. And government is not to prevent crime. Government's by taking away rights. Okay.
They're not to prevent.
No. Yeah, exactly. Government is not here to prevent crime. Government can't do that, and you can't.
Explain more of that. So
Yeah.
when you say not to prevent crime, so
Yeah.
like
So-
we
so-
shouldn't set up boundaries for pedophiles to not be around children.
So criminals
No,
don't
answer that question.
Yeah, okay. You mean a law? So like
Yeah, exactly
it's
what I'm
already
saying.
against
Stop
the law.
talking and answer the question.
It's already
Do you
against
believe-
the law
Because we've created a law to protect people from not committing crimes.
Okay, yeah, but you want to pass like more laws to make something more illegal.
No,
And criminals don't obey laws. Someone who's
what I wanna
someone
do-
who's going to hurt
what I
someone
wanna
doesn't
do-
care about a no gun sign. They don't care about a sign that says, "Oh, you can't carry a pistol here."
Yeah,
Actually, they're
absolutely.
attracted to those signs. Those signs are like magnets to them.
Based
They're like
on
they're like, "Oh, this is a great
Based
place
on
to
what?
go."
Based on
Okay,
what?
based on 80-90% of the mass shooting events have occurred in gun-free zones.
I don't believe that to be accurate.
That is it. I mean, that's okay. That's
So
that's Dr. John
let's
Arlott.
talk about mass shootings. What about crimes? Actual crimes with guns. There was
Just
there was
regular,
a gun shooting
everyday crimes.
here in town.
Yeah.
At a what was that?
Oh, that's my camera.
Yeah.
It's dying.
No. There was a shooting at a restaurant here in town that somebody just got a little fired up and opened fire and started shooting at people.
It's tragic, and
So what do you want to do about it?
So you're never going to have a perfect solution. But if you try to take away guns, which it sounds like you want. Now I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like you want to take away guns. I've asked you what your position is. Like what would your ultimate goal be? What would, if you could wave a magic wand and have like?
So when I was a
I think
kid-
this is
when I
your
was a
name
kid,
is
you had-
Bob. You're like, okay, this is Bob's policy.
When I
that
was
would
a
be
kid,
really good.
you had to wait when you went to go purchase a firearm. You went in, they did a background check, 24, 48 hour cooling period. Nobody complained. That was fine. When I decided I wanted to carry a firearm, I went and took a class, got training, took a test, and
Sorry, my phone.
all right, that checks out. That's hilarious. And was licensed by the state to carry a firearm. My grandfather, who committed suicide, shot and killed himself, could have been saved.
Sorry to hear that.
Could have been saved had we had some sort of temporary transfer. When someone is in crisis, you go in and say, "Hey, listen, you need to chill out." And the idea that more guns are needed is just bizarre.
Okay, so those two. So you think those two laws are like the most, like a waiting
Sure.
period and a red flag law? You think
Yeah.
that would?
Well, and also
how would
we-
that change the shooting? The shooting at the restaurant. That wouldn't have changed either.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, the guy didn't just go and buy a gun at a store that day, where like a waiting period would have
listen,
stopped him. I mean,
The idea.
I'm just being real. I'm being real. I'm being genuine. Like, I'm not.
I know,
not
but I
being
mean,
a
you're
jerk
not
or
really.
anything.
I mean, you're wearing the funny hat and the ridiculous bulletproof jacket and the empty thing. I mean, I get it. You're not. You're putting on a show, and I appreciate it. I mean, and it needs to
I don't
be
think.
done.
I don't think. So. I'm using
Yeah.
this as a tool.
Yeah.
To engage
we're
people.
talking
To like, yeah. I'm using this as a tool to get people thinking and to attract their attention.
And again,
But it's not. It's not disingenuous. It's just. I'm using that, and to me, like, when I look at the founding of this country and what people fought and spilled their guts on the earth for, and continue. I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. So when I look at that and think about that, like, okay, these people sacrifice a lot, and then we're just taking it for granted. Right. We're like, oh, we don't need that. Let's be more like China and have more restrictions. That's it's just a ridiculous statement. And if you were being intellectually honest with yourself, you would agree with that. Nobody's talking about removing everybody's rights to own firearms. What we're talking about is there needs to be reasonable restrictions. I would assume you've been trained. Right? I have.
Require some sort of training.
Okay.
Require some sort of, the fact that you can go, and I was at a gun shop the other day, and the guy behind the counter looked at me and said, you wouldn't believe the number of people that come in that don't know how to load their firearms. They've never fired.
I fully support training, not mandatory, but
why?
I fully support training.
Why?
Because for people who can't afford it and people who've already had it,
it's already free.
Where?
We've made it free. It's online. You have to take you can do an online class.
Yeah. So any time restrictions. So I shouldn't have to ask permission to exercise a right.
But again,
I shouldn't, or paid money to do so. What if I'm talking to you right now, I don't have a permit to petition my government.
Yeah.
Should I need a permit to petition my government? Maybe my ideas are crazy and they need to go through some sort of censorship. I need to take a test,
in the language of the Second Amendment, it's a well-regulated militia.
Maybe I'm not dressed right. How many restrictions do we need to have?
The whole reason for it, and if you read contemporaneous writings from the time, the Second Amendment was the U.S. government didn't want to have a standing army.
Correct.
They wanted to have
I agree with
local militias that were able to protect themselves and be called up to protect the boundaries of our country if needed. Hence the well-regulated militia. It's been bastardized and changed over the years to give people like you this idea that you ought to be able to open carry in the Capitol. Which is just...
they do that in a lot of states. It's not...
Doesn't make them right.
And we have concealed carry here now, so what's the difference?
I just don't...
People just don't want to see it, I guess.
We've had elected officials attacked by people. We've had, over the years, we've had elected officials shot.
People on the street get attacked and shot. You guys aren't special. I appreciate the service that you do. I really do. Of course, not everything all of you do all the time. But listen, I appreciate it. But we're all at risk.
I'm special.
And you guys have a lot of security. I don't get to walk around with security.
I'm just saying that there's a target on us that isn't, well, probably you, but on most people that is different. If you don't understand or believe that's very short-sighted.
I do, but I still think
my home address is on the internet. Is yours?
No,
okay.
Not right now.
Got it. Okay. Well, hey, good luck.
No, I appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, thanks.
So I'll shake your hand. Thank you. 562. How's it going?